Have you ever been told to calm down when you're angry? Or maybe you've told yourself that anger is a bad emotion, something to be suppressed or ignored. We often treat anger like an unwelcome guest at a party, shoving it into a corner and hoping it goes away. But what if I told you that anger isn't the enemy? What if it's actually a sophisticated built-in alarm system designed not to harm you, but to protect you? Think about it. When a fire alarm goes off in your house, you don't get mad at the alarm. You don't try to smash it or rip it off the ceiling. You listen, you pay attention, you look for the source of the smoke, for the danger it's warning you about. Anger works in exactly the same way. It's a signal, a flashing red light on your emotional dashboard, telling you that something is wrong. This idea completely changed my relationship with my own emotions. For years, I saw my anger as a flaw, a sign of weakness or a lack of control. I'd feel a surge of frustration and immediately try to bottle it up, pushing it down until it either exploded in a way I regretted or simmered into a low-grade resentment that poisoned my day. It was exhausting. The breakthrough came when I started asking a simple question whenever I felt that familiar heat rising. What is this anger trying to tell me? Instead of fighting the feeling, I started investigating it. And what I found was fascinating. Sometimes my anger was signaling that a boundary had been crossed. Maybe a friend made a joke at my expense that wasn't really a joke, or a colleague took credit for my work. The anger was my internal security guard yelling, "Hey, that's not okay. Your value is being undermined." It wasn't telling me to start a fight. It was telling me to stand up for myself, to reinforce a boundary that had been breached. Other times, anger was a sign of unmet needs. I'd find myself getting irritable and snappy for no apparent reason, but when I'd pause and listen to the anger, I'd realize I was exhausted or hungry or felt disconnected from my loved ones. The anger was a primal alert. Your resources are low. You need rest. You need connection. It was a call to self-care, a reminder to meet my own fundamental needs before I could effectively deal with the world. Anger can also be a powerful signal of injustice. When we see something unfair happening to ourselves or to others, that righteous anger is a profound motivator for change. It's the fuel that has powered social movements throughout history. This type of anger isn't destructive. It's a creative force. It tells us, this situation is wrong, and you have the power to do something about it. It's a call to action, a summons to make the world a little bit better, a little bit fairer. So, how do we learn to listen to this alarm instead of just trying to shut it off? The first step is to simply pause. When you feel anger rising, take a deep breath. Don't react immediately. Just create a small pocket of space between the feeling and your response. This isn't about suppression, it's about observation. In that space, get curious. Ask yourself, what triggered this? Did someone cross a boundary? Is there a need that isn't being met? Am I feeling hurt, scared, or disrespected underneath this anger? Often, anger is a secondary emotion, like the tip of an iceberg. It's the most visible part, but the real bulk of the emotion, the fear, the sadness, the disappointment, is hiding just beneath the surface. Let's try a little thought experiment. Imagine you're working on a team project, and one member consistently fails to do their part, leaving you to pick up the slack. You feel a flash of hot anger. The old response might be to send a passive-aggressive email or complain to another coworker. This might feel good for a moment, but it doesn't solve the problem. Now let's try the new approach. You feel the anger. You pause. You breathe. You ask, what is this alarm telling me? It's telling you that your boundary of fairness is being violated. It's telling you that your need for respect and collaboration is not being met. The anger is a signal that the current situation is unsustainable and is causing you stress. Armed with this information, you can choose a constructive response. Instead of lashing out, you can decide to have a calm, direct conversation with your team member. You could say something like, "I've noticed I've been handling a larger portion of the workload, and it's causing me some stress. Can we talk about how we can distribute the tasks more evenly to make sure we're both contributing effectively?" See the difference. In the first scenario, anger is the driver, and it leads to more conflict. In the second, anger is the messenger, and it leads to a potential solution. You've used the energy of the anger not to destroy, but to build a better situation. This process takes practice. It's like learning a new language, the language of your own emotions. At first, it might feel awkward. You might still get swept away by the intensity of the feeling. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every time you pause and listen, you're strengthening that new neural pathway. You're teaching yourself that you are in control, not the emotion. It's also crucial to remember that listening to your anger does not always mean acting on it in a big way. Sometimes the message is simply for you. Maybe the anger is highlighting an old wound or an insecurity. The message might just be, "Hey, this part of you needs a little compassion and healing." The action, then, is internal. It's about offering yourself kindness instead of judgment. By reframing anger as an ally, we reclaim a huge part of our emotional intelligence. We stop wasting energy fighting ourselves and start using that energy to advocate for our needs, protect our boundaries, and create positive change. Your anger is not a monster. It's a guardian. It's an alarm system trying to save you. All you have to do is learn to listen. So next time you feel that heat rising, don't push it away. Welcome it. Get curious. Ask it what message it has for you. You might be surprised by how wise it is. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this perspective resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe to the channel for more conversations about living a more intentional and emotionally aware life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever had an experience where your anger was trying to tell you something important? Share your story. Let's learn from each other. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.